Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the 808 podcast where I interview business owners, CEOs, marketing directors, whoever else I feel like. It is 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds because 808 looks like Bob, and here we go. Question number 1 in a couple sentences. Tell me who you are and what do you do?
Bob, my name is Darryl Praill. I am the Chief Revenue Officer at VanillaSoft. VanillaSoft is a sales engagement platform for salespeople to make multi-channel outreach at a higher velocity with higher pipeline outcomes.
Love it, Darryl. Question number 2. What advice would you like to share? Go.
The best advice is to think about your cadence. All right. So why does sales engagement exist in the first place? It exists in the first place for the following reasons, because most sales reps suck at actually following up on leads. In fact, 48% of new leads are never, ever contacted. So advice number 1, you got to follow up all the leads that you've been handed by marketing that have been deemed MQL. That's number 1. Number 2, most reps make 2 to 3 call attempts, but statistically, you need to do 9 to 12 attempts to finally actually make contact with somebody. So why are you giving up after maybe a third of the attempts or a quarter of the attempts that you should be doing? That's your second mistake you're doing. The third mistake is most reps hide behind email. They're scared crapless about the phone. That's foreign. All right. In social selling, some get it, some don't. So they stick to the one channel. And the reality is you need to go multi-channel because you don't know which channel your target prospect is going to react to. That's mistake number 3. So let's drill down into designing a cadence that will address those opportunities. Sales engagement is about following up immediately. When you get a brand new lead, so that's your first touch. When should you do it? Statistically, within the first hour, you're rocking. Within the first 20 minutes, you're hugely successful. There is a myth that you should respond in the first 5 minutes. That's wrong. We've studied 130 million transactions on our system. If you call too fast, they think you're a stalker. Don't call too fast. Ignore the myth. But don't wait more than an hour because then the lead is stale. So your first touch in your cadence needs to be either probably a phone call or an email. Ideally, on day 1, you do both. That's the first part. And then you want to mix it up. So day 2 might be a connection request. It's personalized. Too many people are not personalized in that connection request. Why should I connect with you? Make it relevant to me. Sam McKenna, my good friend, was a show me you know me. That's where you do it in that connection request. Then day 4, you're not going to go do this mix between, day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth, between email, social, and phone. You're going to mix it up. Sometimes in the phone, you're going to leave a voicemail. Sometimes you're not. Now, the number of touches varies by industry. In insurance, you should be doing 18 touches because they're so hammered. Too many people stop earlier. In high tech, it's closer to 6 to 8, but as a whole, the rule of thumb is 9 to 12. Now, if you find the cadence resulted in an actual positive outcome, but then they go quiet on you, go back to what you know, which is the channel that worked. For many people, that will be email or social, and use a video. You'd be amazed if you connect it and say step 1 or step 2 on LinkedIn. If you go to LinkedIn now and actually send them a direct video message, 9 times out of 10, out of guilt, they will reply. So use video. Most people are afraid of it. And then actually have the environment you need. Mic, lights, camera, dress the part. Too many people look like they're in skids and they're in a hollow room where it does nothing but echo, and they look like nobody I would ever trust to give money to. So you got to dress for the part. Now, when you're doing all of the above, you need to know that there's best practices. So in phone, you go right into your pitch. With the FBI interrogators will say you have 7 to 8 seconds before somebody determines if they trust you or they don't. Right. So you don't say, hi, how are you? My name's Darryl. I'm calling from VanillaSoft. Do you have 2 minutes? You're dead in the water. Hi, I'm with VanillaSoft. I want to talk to you right now about other clients I've talked to like you who have this problem, A, B, and C. Do you have any of those problems? It's an assumptive approach. If you don't do that, you will lose. In email, you got to have a tight subject line, 5 words or less. Your body needs to be no more than 2 mobile phones long. As far as a skim, you can scroll once and that's it. Spacing between your paragraphs, 1 to 2 sentences, 2 per paragraph. You personalize and give context out of the right away. And then you go into what your point is, and then you have your call to action. It's as simple as that. That's it. Final mistake most people make when they use social selling, they forget that the first thing people do before they respond, whether it's phone, email, or social, is they Google your company and they check you out on LinkedIn. If your profile doesn't look like $1 million, you're dead in the water. They're never going to call you back. Those are the tips to having a successful sales cadence.
Love it. Love it there. We got to get to question number 3. And this is the part here. Love what you said there. It's time for shout outs, Darryl. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, who are you shouting out?
I got a variety of people that I hang out with in Clubhouse that are killer. You got to follow them. Amy Volas, Jeff Bajorek, Mike Simmons, Bryn Tillman, all of these people, dynamite thought leaders in the sales space. The other area I would look at these are best-selling authors, personal friends. I can introduce you if you want me to. Mark Hunter, Anthony Iannarino, Jeb Blunt, Victor Antonio. They will blow your socks off. Finally, if you want some amazing women to follow, Sherry Levitin, Meredith Elliott Powell, Carol Mahoney, Deb Calvert, killer thought leaders, great content, consume it.
Love it. I'll look them all up there. 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Question number 4. Darryl, tell me about your first sale.
My first sale was a bread cutting knife. I made it myself. I worked at Junior Achievement. Well, I volunteered at Junior Achievement in high school. That was when I first ever started selling, although technically you go back before that, I did sell chocolates through the school, but that doesn't really count. The whole idea of actually where they walk you through, not just that you need to understand your market, you need to understand who your ideal customer is, what we call your ICP today. You need to understand the persona. I'm selling to the wife, I'm selling to the husband, and you need to do a benefit-driven sale. I was selling a homemade bread cutting knife, and it was awesome.
Love it. Love it there. Darryl, you got 1 minute left. Would you like to do some promo time real quick?
Promo time, other than, listen, if you think the 808 is awesome because it rhymes and looks like Bob, you're right. So on that same theme, if you like this show, can I encourage you to check out the Inside Sales Podcast? Because that's, if you're doing a sales development role, that's where me and my crew get inside the whole process of selling, just like this, but a little bit longer, 30 minutes, and with the same people I just mentioned today. That would be my little plug. You're going to like it. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. Hey, you pulled it off there. 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Darryl, why is it 8 minutes and 8 seconds?
It's 8 minutes and 8 seconds because it looks like Bob. And my friend, what's your name?
My name is Bob.
What are the odds of that?
Huge coincidence there. Hey, your website, say it real quick.
Our website, VanillaSoft.com. No, we do not sell ice cream, but yes, it gives you that warm, sweet feeling inside.
Love it. Love it there. Darryl, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thank you so much, my friend.
You're welcome. And for everyone else watching or listening, I am legally required to tell you to like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, whatever the heck the social media network tells you to do. You all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.